Hey guys, I'm Pacey. Said about this Backstage Country in the Park 2. I'm here with Vincent Mason. How often do you make it out to California? Pretty often?
We've been out here for about 15 days, so
oh wow,
it feels like this is my first full calendar year of touring, but it feels like once a year you come out here, and it doesn't really make much sense to go back to Nashville. So
right.
We've been hanging out, so we're gonna be here for about 30, I think, by the time it's.
So do you have any days off? Like
yeah, we just don't go back home, but yeah, we either get an Airbnb or park the bus somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Have you done anything out, like, I don't know if you've been out here often, like, have you done anything in California that?
Not really. Make it to LA a couple times a year. Other than that,
yeah.
No, it's all new.
Are you liking the drier weather? Because I know it's pretty humid out in Nashville.
I do. That is one thing that, like, I wish it could feel like the way it feels here all the time. It's just perfect.
Yeah, I know. Like Nashville, because I have family in Nashville, so like the humidity out there is insane. Like, like wearing hats is probably the best thing out there because like your hair is always like soaking wet.
I have crazy hair sometimes too. I've always just thrown a hat over top of it. Ever since I've been playing shows, like I just don't want to think about it on stage, and the wind blows it a certain way or whatever. So I've always just throw a hat on.
No, absolutely. So delving into your background, I saw one of the, a lot of country artists are inspired by other country artists. But I also read that you were inspired by John Mayer.
Yes, sir.
So tell me how that kind of influences your music.
Yeah, I think I don't really have that story where, my parents were listening to Johnny Cash on the back porch or whatever. They didn't really even listen to country music until I started writing it.
Really?
Yeah. So What kind
of music would your family listen to?
My mom loved, early John Mayer,
really?
Maroon 5, like that kind of soft rock, kind of mom rock stuff. My dad was just top 40 pop. Like whatever the biggest hit was, like he was on it. So I felt like didn't really ever have like a super big country influence growing up. So when I really got into songwriting, John Mayer was that guy. I just felt like I was always really interested to know like why I liked the line that he wrote.
Right.
It always just really did something for me. So then ended up hearing Parker McCollum when I was at Ole Miss, and I know John Mayer's a pretty big influence on him too. I found that out. The more I found out about Parker McCollum, and it all kind of made sense. But I just think that the way that he writes songs, that's my favorite part about him. And I think if you look at all his albums, like he's got a couple albums that are pretty close to country albums.
Yeah.
So I think you can take that, if you have a good song, you can kind of.
Oh, he could be a Post Malone like any day.
Absolutely.
Like he could absolutely transition into country any day he wanted.
I think it's just really great melodies and really great songwriting, and that's what's always inspired me about him. I think that's never going to change.
So you said your family wasn't into country. So was it seeing or listening to Parker McCollum that got you into country, or like what kind of made that transition for you?
So I grew up in Georgia. My mom's from Ohio, or my dad's from Ohio, mom's from West Virginia.
Okay.
And they were around country music, but they just didn't love it. I was the only one that grew up in Georgia, so all of my friends were listening to it. So by the time I got 7th, 8th grade, it kind of got hard to ignore. And like Head Over Boots, John Party, American Kids, Kenny Chesney, like Thomas Rhett, that first album came out. So like my idea of country music was just very, hitty stuff, like feel good. And I was like, that's cool. And then got to Ole Miss, heard Parker McCollum and Co Wetzel, and that whole world of country music. And
speaking of John Party though, because he's like a local, hero here, really, from Dixon. So have you met John Party yet?
I have. Okay. I opened we did something at CRS. We played like a pop-up show on Broadway, and I went and
that's awesome.
I played before him, but I got to talk to him a little bit. But
how was that?
Really,
that dude is so down to earth.
So cool. Yeah. So funny too.
Yeah.
Just does not take anything seriously at all. And I mean, sneakily, I don't think he's ever cut a bad song. I don't think. I mean, he's just got so many bangers.
Yeah. I feel like him and Luke Bryan kind of have like the same personality. Just they don't take anything too seriously.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you being on tour with Jordan Davis. So first of all, how is that? Like, is he like the coolest guy ever to tour with?
He's so nice. Yeah. Really nice guy. Their whole crew is really nice. Right away, we've only done a couple shows. He's here tonight, not technically a tour stop, but we played first 2 nights with him for the last 2 nights. So immediately feel at home and make everyone feel like family out there. So it should be we'll be out there the whole fall. So it should be fun.
So there's a rumor going around, I don't know if it's true, that Jordan Davis's beard is a wig. Have you ever tried to pull it at all?
I have not. I'll yank on it. I'll yank on it tonight if I see him.
Could you?
I'll let you know. Yeah,
that would be great.
It looks pretty real up close. I'll tell you that.
That's what I mean. I assume. Yeah, I assume it's real. And going back to you being from Georgia, and you're now living in Nashville, you're like dealing with things in Nashville. Is there a difference for those of us in California? Is there a difference between like country and culture in Georgia than there is like in Nashville? Was it kind of a culture shock for you?
I think the thing about Nashville is that the whole town really is just centered around, it's called Music City for a reason. I mean, whether you're a songwriter, an artist, even a photographer, producer, manager, publisher, like the whole town, you get to know everybody really quick once you actually like make it in. Once you sign a deal, like you kind of meet everybody in town within 6 months, and then you kind of realize everybody there is doing something with country music. So I think that's the cool part. That's probably what's different about it. I think Georgia, everyone's fans of country music that I grew up around.
Right.
But just being in there and like knowing people that have a role in getting the music out there to the radio, that's the coolest part about Nashville.
How often do you make the drive between Georgia and like Nashville? Do you visit family a lot?
I go home whenever we get done for the year. It's usually like mid-December. I stay there till about January 15th. Yeah. So I spend about a month there at the end of the year. But I used to get back a lot more, but we're on the road every weekend this year. So,
right.
Not as often, but my parents get out to a good bit of shows.
It's funny because I actually have family in both. I have family that is in Atlanta and Nashville, and I don't know if a lot of people, I think most people that are just local kind of know this, and I don't know if you've run into the same thing where the time zone difference between, like when you're driving on 75.
Yes.
Like, is it weird that you like go East Coast, like Central East Coast, like, that part that I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's funny, if you fly from Atlanta to Nashville, you'll land the same time you took off.
Right.
It's an hour flight. It goes back 1 hour. Yeah. So if you leave at 5 p.m. from Atlanta, you'll land in Nashville at 5 p.m.
Yeah. It's kind of like you're going back in time or something like that.
Yeah.
So, last question. I know you are a super busy guy. I mean, you're just this third day of touring in California. What do you do to kind of make sure that your mental sanity is there? Like, is there anything, do you golf? Do you work out?
Yeah, we've been working out a lot more. Before I got on the road, I worked out a lot. I always grew up playing football, basketball, so I kind of got used to that. And when I went to college, I was working out a good bit. And then first year on the road, just kind of, especially when you're in a van. We're on the bus now, so it helps. But when you're in the van, you really can't exercise the way you used to. So I think it's easy to let yourself kind of slip sometimes mentally. Like you said, it's easy to come out here and do nothing all day and just play the show. But last probably 3 months, I think we just go find a gym wherever we are and we go work out and get it in. Good. So I think that's been really big for me. I think just having that daily check the box of working out keeps me in a good mood, keeps me motivated. Because if you do nothing all day, kind of makes you tired in a weird way too. You're not doing anything, but it makes it hard to do anything. So try to stay active out here. That's been the biggest thing.
I love that.
Over the last few months.
Awesome. Well, Vincent Mason, thank you so much for spending time with me backstage. Country in the Park 2, cannot wait to see you. So thank you so much for making time out.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me.